3, 2, 1, action!
Hi, this is Victoria Wolders, and welcome to another Empathy Tale, creating compassion, one story at a time. If you would like to connect with me, feel free to reach out to me at mykidslocker.com. And through mykidslocker.com, you can ask me questions, you can maybe give me some suggestions for future Empathy Tales, just have a conversation with me. It'd be great to hear from some of my listeners. Well, today we are doing another wonderful Empathy Tale. This episode is called The Majestic Mountain. Once again, we're going to be going to the Oak and Eagle Kingdom, the magical fairy tale land, and exploring the relationships that the people and the creatures and nature have on this magical land. I hope you are comfortable, and we will begin. Once upon a time, a long time ago, in the Oak and Eagle Kingdom, in the land of the Southern Eagle, there lived a man and a woman. They loved each other dearly. He was a farmer, and she was a baker. His name was Emerald, and her name was Beauty. Emerald and Beauty fell in love. They became husband and wife under a beautiful oak tree in the land of the Southern Eagle. Emerald and Beauty lived in a small little cottage, and they had a very humble life. Beauty would bake, and Emerald would farm. One day, while they were having dinner, there was a knock at the door. There was a young child. The child was probably about 5 years old. The child said, "I am lost. I don't know which way to go. Can you show me the way to the local village?" They said, "Well, it is very strange that a young child is lost. Where are your parents?" The child said, "My mother and father have been lost in a snowstorm up in the land of the Northern Eagle. I have not been able to find them. I am in search for relatives." Emerald and Beauty felt so much compassion for this young boy. They said, "We'll help you find your parents. Let us go to the local wizard in our village and find out where your parents are." They sat down and they decided to have their dinner. Then they packed up some of their bags, and they went to the wizard later that night. They knocked on his door. An elderly man came to the door. "How can I help you?" "Well, there's this young boy here. This young boy says that he's lost his parents in a snowstorm in the land of the Northern Eagle. Where would we be able to find them?" The wizard said, "Let me bring out my special crystal." He brought out his crystal. They looked into the crystal. "I see a big storm," said the wizard. "I see that your parents have been caught in this snowstorm, yet they are okay. If you are able to go over the Majestic Mountain, you will be able to stand on the top of the Majestic Mountain in the land of the Northern Eagle, and you will be able to see them hiding in a cave." The young boy said, "Yes, I want to go find my parents. I want to bring them to a safe land of the Southern Eagle." Emerald and Beauty said, "We will join you. We will help you." They said, "I want you to come stay at our home tonight, and then we'll leave first thing in the morning." They went home and started to pack. They made a bed just by the fireplace. He was able to sleep there, and all three of them went to sleep. However, during the night, Emerald and Beauty had a dream. They both had the same dream. They had a dream that the Majestic Mountain had moved. It was almost like the Majestic Mountain had slid down into the land of the Western Eagle. They both woke up at the same time. They both shared the dream with each other, saying the Majestic Mountain had moved during the night. Perhaps they would not be able to find the boy's parents. As the sun rose, they woke up, and they said, "We need to go find the Majestic Mountain right now, because we think that it might have moved." So Emerald, Beauty, and the boy packed up their food and were able to bring some extra clothing and blankets for the journey. Beauty brought some baked goods, and Emerald brought some vegetables and fruit from the garden. All three of them traveled north to the land of the northern eagle. They began to see the northern eagles flying above. It was absolutely spectacular. They had golden tips on their wings, and they were able to soar very high. There were three of them. One was green, and one was stunningly beautiful. And the last one was very small. They looked up. "Don't those eagles almost resemble us?" As soon as they said that, all three eagles swooped down by the nearby tree. Emerald and Beauty were surprised. They looked at the eagles and said, "We have never been to the land of the northern eagle. We are looking for the Majestic Mountain. Would you be able to show us where the Majestic Mountain is?" The eagles magically replied, "We know who you are. The wizard has given us jewels at the tips of our wings. These are markers on our wings. The jewels have eyes. If you close your eyes at any point during your journey, you will be able to see through our jewels. This is called mirroring memory. When the jewels shine, you will be able to always see through the wings. And we are connected." They said, "That is amazing. Thank you so much for all your help. We would like to find the boy's parents." The green one that was bigger and larger leaned in to show these emeralds on the tips of his wings. The emerald eagle went into flight first. Emerald closed his eyes, and he could see the land from the emeralds on the tips of the eagle's wings. He could see everything the eagle saw. He could see the land of the western eagle. He could see the land of the northern eagle. He could see the Majestic Mountain. He could see the land of the southern eagle and the land of the eastern eagle. He opened his eyes. He said, "I see what the eagle sees." Beauty said, "We need to follow them." So all of the eagles, all three of them, started to soar high above the sky and lead them to the Majestic Mountain in the land of the northern eagle. As they were walking, the boy started to get tired. So Emerald picked up the boy and started carrying the boy. They started to get into colder weather because it was the land of the northern eagle. Unfortunately, they didn't bring as much clothes as they had hoped. The boy started to get cold, so cold that the small eagle that represented him in the sky started to fall closer to the earth because he was cold. The power of the mirroring memory was beautiful. It meant that the young boy on the land had such a close relationship with the eagle that the eagle could feel the pain that the boy was having. This allowed for comfort and closeness. The small eagle soared down to the boy and gave him some of his feathers to comfort him. The magical eagle regrew the feathers, and the boy became warm again. When the snow started to fall, this eagle once again soared down to protect the boy. He sheltered him from the snowstorm as Emerald carried the boy. Beauty closed her eyes, and she could see through her eagle. She saw the mountains, and she saw the journey to come. She turned to the boy and to Emerald and said, "I believe we're getting close." They managed to climb the Majestic Mountain. They were coming to the top of it. The sun was rising, and it had been a very long journey. All of their eagles now were very close to them. Beauty's eagle landed on her shoulder. Emerald's eagle landed by his feet. And as they got to the top and the sun was rising, they could see a cave very close to them that had a fire. They looked down at the boy, and they said to the boy, "Keep well, we are almost there." The boy said, "I will keep well, because I have the eagle to shelter me." So as they did the final descent and did the winding trail down the cave, they went into the cave, and there they saw the boy's parents. To their surprise, the parents looked up. To Emerald and Beauty's surprise, they realized that they were looking at a reflection of themselves. The man and woman that were standing in the cave were identical twins to Beauty and Emerald. Beauty and Emerald were so surprised. They didn't know they each had a twin. They looked at their twins closely. Emerald turned to Beauty and said, "Did you know you had a twin?" Beauty said, "No, I didn't know I had a twin. Did you?" And Emerald replied, "No." Emerald's twin said, "My name is the Emerald King." And Beauty's twin said, "I am beautiful." They were all so comforted. Emerald's twin, named the Emerald King, said, "You both grew up in the land of the Western Eagle. We were separated because the Water Troll King separated us at birth when both of our parents died. There was a curse put on us because of the anger of the Water Troll King. He bound us to this cave unless our twins would come save us. Then the curse would be released. The local villagers have always cared for us and bring up food, and on occasion we would be allowed to go down to them. We learned, we studied from wizards that would come up here and teach us, but it's been very lonely. We are the only two that live in this area. Our son was born, and we didn't know how to communicate with you. We had heard that both of us had a twin in another area of our kingdom. So we sent our only son to come get you. I know he's young, but we knew that the eagles would protect him. We also knew the people of our land would be able to help us. We are so happy you are here. The curse is now broken, and we can now leave the cave." At that very moment, they all embraced and knew that they would be family forever. If it wasn't for the wizard and his kindness, and if it wasn't for the eagles, as well as the bravery of Emerald and Beauty, then the boy would have never been reunited with his parents. And also, we have Emerald and Beauty reuniting with their twin brother and twin sister. There was great joy, and they celebrated by walking down to the local village and being able to have food together. We learned through this important story about courage, about bravery, and most about sacrifice. We all learn the importance of love in the story. The end. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another empathy tale. I hope that you enjoyed this story, and I hope that through the story that you understand a little deeply about what it means to sacrifice and what it means to build community. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, feel free to do that at mykidslocker.com. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, make sure that you are creating compassion one story at a time.
3, 2, 1.